Well, hello, stamping friends. This is Traci Raether from Plum Crazy Stamping, and it's Wednesday, December 11th. And I've been saving this project for a little closer to Christmas because I think it's absolutely adorable. So I can't wait to share the gift box, which is part of the Reindeer Days sweet collection. Now, obviously, you can buy it all on its own, but I'm going to show it to you today using other parts and pieces of this suite. So before we get started here, I just want to remind you, please sign in. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're on YouTube, please remember to either sign into your YouTube account or your Google account, and you can use the comments to let me know who you are and where you're watching from. You can also ask questions or give me feedback in the comments. And if you watch this after the broadcast, I will also still respond to you. So please use those as well. So let me go ahead and show you the desktop here, and we're going to get started. So this is the mini catalog, September to December, and I'm on pages 26 and 27, showing you the Reindeer Days suite. And this is the gift box right here that I'm talking about. And you actually get 10 boxes for $10, so they're $1 a box. And they have that special coating that, if you would choose to put food in here, it would work because it's like a wax. So it would protect the gift box. All right, so this is a lot of great stuff. I'm going to use the designer series paper as well today. Okay, so let's get started. This is just a look at what that designer series paper looks like a little bit more up close. And it is so fun. So I am going to, like I said, be using that today. And let me first get out the gift box itself. And what's really nice is it's all pre-scored, and it actually already has tear and tape on it to put it together. And I really appreciate that. So what I'm going to do is just start folding. And let me grab my phone folder here. I think I have it nearby. And I'm just going to make sure that I make nice creases in all the parts and pieces of this beautiful gift box. Now, these gift boxes are very, what do you want to say? Sturdy, I guess is a good word. And they're so nice. I wouldn't even hesitate to put a gift like jewelry in here because they are so pretty. Anyway, just an FYI. You know, sometimes it's hard to find little gift boxes if they don't give you a gift box for a piece of jewelry, or it might even fit right in this box. Anyway, I think sky's the limit for what you could put in here. And I'm going to teach you today, when I'm making it, how you can use this box over and over by the way we make the latch come together so that we have more than just one choice of how to do that. There is a way that if you actually want to seal it, there is tear and tape, and you can secure the latch down. But I'm going to teach you another way so that you could reuse this box, or someone could open it up and then reuse it. Make sure I get all these score lines. And the one on this side, and I think then I've got them all. All right, let's see. People are being shy today and not signing in, so I'm looking for who's joining me. And I'm going to set out here. Here are the measurements for the box and covering it in designer series paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the designer series paper pieces here. So I've got the outside of the box. Now this is 7¼ inches by 4 inches. So that's the first part that we have cut. Then to go over the latch itself, I have just a piece of garden green. Now this is the color that's in the designer series paper and why I chose that. So this is 2¾ inches by 1 inch. And then for inside the box, this is 3�3/8 inches by 2�5/8 inches. Okay. And let's see, we won't need those other pieces quite yet. Let's go ahead, and I'm actually going to glue the DSP to the box in the places that I've cut it for. So I'm going to start first with this piece that's 7¼ by 4 inches. And I'm going to make sure that on the side where the latch is, I actually match this right up to that seam, and the 4 inches, I'll just use my table to kind of put that down to make sure that that matches, because we'll be trimming this on the other end. All right, so let's just get the glue on here. Well, I don't know about you, but we really have winter in Wisconsin right now. It is going to be going down below 0 with the wind chill. And I think that's what's happening tomorrow. Today it's very cold. We've got some snow coming down. I guess it had to happen at some point, but I was holding out till Christmas Eve. But the weatherman had another idea. All right, so now I'm going to match this up. Like I said, exactly to where that latch starts, and then I want to make sure that my 4 inches are to the edge of the box, and I kind of use the table to help me. And with glue, you've got the little slide factor, which is always very helpful. All right, try not to get glue all over me, but of course I have already. All right, and I'm just going to be pressing this down. When I kind of went to the edge over here, so I've got where I have to trim off, there's a little glue. So I'll be using my older scissors to do that. All right, let's see here. It always helps to use a longer blade scissors. And let me set a piece of paper under here in case this glue falls on top of the paper. I don't want it to fall on the new designer paper. And I'm just going to go around that rounded corner, right against the flat edge, and then around that rounded corner. Okay. Now the glue is sticking to my scissors, and I don't think I have any alcohol wipes down here. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we've got the outside of the box done here. And so now I'm just going to follow the score lines that I've already done the first time. And I'll do them now with the designer series paper so that we're creating the outside of our box. Now for the inside of the box, I'm just going to take the other piece of DSP, and I did give it a little wiggle room inside here when I glue it down, because these are going to come down and actually not match exactly. So I just didn't want it too bulky in there. So let me get this glued down. Okay. And I'm just going to use the score lines that are inside the box to help me put this in here straight. And then when I've got it there, I'll just press it all around. Okay, and the last piece I'm going to glue on right now is the latch for the other part of the box here. And let's see here, a little glue on this part. And I'm just going to press this right up against the designer series paper and match it up to the glue line. Okay. And then I'm going to trim this off just like I trimmed the other piece. Got a little wild on the glue here too. Maybe this time I'm going to tap this off a little bit before I actually cut it. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim this like I trimmed around the box. Okay. I would have liked to use my smaller scissors, but I don't want to get glue on it because I use that for ribbon, and you obviously don't want to use your ribbon scissors for glue. All right, so we've got that all trimmed. Now it's time to put the box together. So I'm going to start with the bottom part of the box, and I'm actually going to put these sides up and fold in those tabs. And then I'm going to do one side at a time and take the adhesive covering off of the tear and tape that's already on the side of this box, and then just press. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side here. There we go. Hi, Betty. Nice to see you. And then get this side down nice and firmly. All right, so isn't that pretty? I think putting something in the bottom of the box is really nice. Now, if I was going to put food in here, or like, you know, a brownie or something like that, then I would probably just leave it with the wax coating. But otherwise, I really like the look of this. Okay, and so now to add on the other part of the box, I just want you to see they have tear and tape on the latch. Now, like I said, I am going to leave this in place so that we can use this box more than once. But then there is tear and tape for us to actually adhere our box inside the cover. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that adhesive covering. And then I'm going to line this box up by actually putting this on its side and putting the box right up against the bottom or the side, if you can see this. And I'm going to just slide this so it's equidistant in here. So you see how this is going to close. This is the front and this is the back. And since I have it all lined up now, I'm going to just set this forward on the front and then push this down and go ahead and press it in place. And by doing that, I could make sure that it was straight. So see how nice this box is, and then the cover goes over, and then this latch will hold it shut. And if, like I said, you were sealing this permanently, there's tear and tape here that will do that. But I'm going to show you how to do this so we can reuse it. So let's now do some designing for the front of our card. And I actually like this little reindeer that is a part of the designer series paper. And I'm just going to fussy cut him out here. And he is going to be my focal image for on the front of the gift box. So just as I'm fussy cutting, I always move not the scissors hand, the other hand. Kind of helps you to have a more smooth cut as you're doing your fussy cutting. Go up around those antlers. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Go a little bit in on those antlers. Come back out. You can get as detailed with those antlers as you want to. Go around the little beanie on the top of his hat here. Okay. And come back out. I was surprised. I was doing a lot of fussy cutting the other day and finding out when I was watching the clock that literally it was taking me less than a minute to fussy cut out a single image. And I was like, I guess that works pretty well. I thought it would take a lot longer as I was working on that project. Okay, so now we have all of our little parts and pieces off of here, but I need to create a center focal image on here that I'm going to be able to tuck this flap under. So what I'm going to do is actually take matching, so real red and garden green are the colors that I'm going to use, and I'm going to match the larger one to the latch on my package. So I'm going to use my 2 1/4 inch circle punch and punch that out. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the 2-inch circle punch. And I'm going to do that in real red. Okay. And then I'm going to glue those together because they're my center here. So I'm going to put the red on top of the green. Just use a little glue. And just center that in there. I'm actually going to have my little reindeer pop up, so I'm going to use some dimensionals on that. So kind of take those off and put him in the center here. There we go. And then I am going to pop him up, but it's really important where I put the dimensionals so I'll be able to slide the latch under here. So let me put the, I'm going to keep him straight up and down, and I'm going to put the 1 dimensional as far to the bottom as I can. and then the other dimensional as far to the top as I can. There we go. And then I'm going to put the latch so I can see it on the box. And then I'm going to, once again, remember this is up and down, and I'm going to make sure that I center this so that the latch will be able to go in between those dimensionals. So we've got this, and then see how the latch will slide out and will go back underneath. Okay, so now I just want to add a little Christmas greeting on here. So I'm going to use some real red here, and we'll stamp. I'm going to do something from the Christmas labels set. And let's see, what do I have? Be Merry. So we're going to stamp that in real red here. You got to watch it. This acrylic block is a little bit bigger than the stamp, so I have a little ink on there. Okay, and let's do Be Merry. All right, and then let me set that off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out with the die from this stamp set. So let me get my, I'm going to put this over here so you can see it. And I'm going to just trim this a little bit so that it'll go through very easily. Okay. And as I line this up, I'm going to use a little of my washi tape because I want it to be straight in my label there. And I'm just going to stick this on my clothes here a little bit to get it a little less sticky. So it peels off nice. All right, so I'm going to just center this. I think I've mentioned to you before, it's been fun this year. I have used so much garden green and real red. I've used some other colors in addition, but it's been kind of nice to have so many of the papers have those colors in them. All right, let's get this out here. And let me get my cutting plates. So I have my base plate number 1, and then cutting plate number 2, and then I'm going to put the die in. And I have told you just kind of a tip here is instead of putting this flat, along with the flat line of the plates, I tilt it just a little bit. It's easier for your machine to actually push this through then. All right. There we go. We have our Be Merry. Can move this out of our way. Plates out of the way. All right, and then I'm going to put this on the bottom, and I'm going to put the dimensionals on the edges especially I'll put some additional ones down here because this is already popped up so that it looks like it's the same height. So let me go ahead and I'll put one on each end. And then I'm going to put them on the bottom so that it pops up the way that it does on the top there. And then I'm just going to slide it right under here and center it and make sure it's not in the way of the latch. So there we go. And the other choice you would have is if you would like to cut pieces of designer series paper around the edges, you could sure do that as well. But I think this is really nice. And like I said, you could use it over and over again. And you could do a matching Christmas card with this designer series paper as well. So the last thing is, I just want to remind you, today is the last day of free shipping. So if there's something that you wanted to order, today would be a good day to do that. Even if you're just looking at your basic supplies. And if you would put in a $50 order through Plum Crazy Stamping, I'm giving away this sophisticated sled 4-card tutorial. And you would be able to use it with this stamp set or other stamp sets. It just has great design ideas. So if you have any questions or need help in placing an order, you can reach me at Traci, Traci, at plumcrazystamping.com. And I'd be happy to help you. And if there's anything else that you have questions as you're trying to finish up your Christmas cards, your Christmas gifts, and or wrapping things using your paper crafting supplies, don't hesitate to reach out. So I will be here yet next week, Wednesday, and that will be our last card making lesson of the year. So I'll look forward to seeing you then. And happy stamping, friends. Take care. Bye-bye now.